Hi, I'm Dick Thomas with Priority Dispatch in Ohio. The question is, how did I find out about the MCAA? I did not find out about it. I helped start it. There were a group of us who really tried to get into the American Trucking Association, and they didn't much care for messengers and couriers. We really weren't in transportation. But there was an employee for the Trucking Association who said he would represent us if we wanted to start an association. So under the leadership of John Storm, we got the fellows together and we decided we would start a trade organization for messengers and couriers.
My name is Rob Slack. I'm the president and CEO of SCI, Subcontracting Concepts Incorporated. What were the meetings like when we first got going? Well, from a member standpoint, the attendance was golf during the day, cocktail party, close the bar. And a lot of work got done in all three of those segments. You got a lot of networking done. You learned to meet your arch enemy, your competitor, and trust them. And I think that went a long way for everybody growing their business.
Well, when I started, we delivered with horse and wagon. Then we got our first automobile. It's changed considerably. Again, it was beepers and telephones. Now clients are ordering online. Very limited amount of interaction with the office personnel.
My name is Mark Chisano. I'm from Avant Business Services. We have offices in New York and Connecticut. And I think back to when I first got involved in the industry, straight out of college in 1983. And back then we were writing tickets on a piece of paper and passing it across the desk.
I recall receiving a note via U.S. mail, this is prior to email, that this group was forming and it was loosely affiliated with the American Trucking Association. I thought it would be a good idea, since we were just entering into business with my former company, to attend.
I want to add one thing. I think that the MCAA has been extremely lucky to have had Bob DiCaprio as the director for the last 10 years.
Hi, I'm Bob DiCaprio, Executive Director of the Messenger Courier Association. Some of the changes that I've seen over the last 15 or so years are the continuing professionalization and maturation of the industry.
I think one of the things I worked closest with is the magazine. When I took over the magazine, it was basically a stapled flyer, so to speak, and we decided to put a lot more content in it, get outside content, really try to boost the whole thing up so it was, people would look forward to seeing it every quarter, and it was a member benefit, so they got something for their dues.
The MCA is, through their various shows with all the people that they bring in with the various technology, really keeps us on the cutting edge.
And you look at how technology has changed our industry and changed the way we provide services to our clients, where a client can order online, a client can track a package online, we have to scan packages, we have real-time PODs, and we have chain of command so that every step of the way we know where the package is. And I think we've really had to professionalize our industry and move along because of the competition that we all have.
The big difference from what I've seen is the integration of automation into all of our businesses, and it's good automation that's helped all of our businesses improve.
At one point in time, we collectively made a decision that it's time for us as an industry to become proactive, which we did. The board invested in that. Our first effort was we commissioned a 50-state study in trying to understand what's going on with the independent contractor process across the country. And from there on, the ball just kept on rolling. We had a summit meeting in New York, which was really the groundswell that took place, to where we are today with a very robust, very aggressive government affairs operation. We've got a very strong, committed advocacy group. We've got 50-some members on a committee that work diligently on a day-to-day basis, working to better the industry and improve the position of really what is the model for our industry, which is the use of independent contractors.
I think the next 25 years for the industry are exciting, just like the last 25 years, but we're seeing the industry evolve. I think the role of MCAA during this time is to continue with our three hallmarks of what's made our industry and association special. At MCAA, we focus on education, putting together good content and good programming. We also focus on advocacy. We have a government affairs committee that's very involved to help raise funds and spend them wisely. And lastly, we focus on networking, structured networking, so that new members and existing members can get together, learn about the industry, possibly pick some business up, and just try to grow their business by being a part of MCAA.
The industry is really well positioned to become a critical part of the overall transportation delivery system in the United States. And I think it's really has nowhere to go but up. I see continued growth, continued importance of the industry, including more recognition of what we do or what you guys do to keep the wheels of commerce rolling.
The MCAA has been very important to us. One, it's helped us meet a lot of people that have become our agents throughout the United States, because we do a fair amount of domestic air work, and most of our agents become personal friends, and those relationships that we've made over the last 18 years are invaluable.
You know, what the MCAA has done for me is it's allowed me to create friendships that I was able to use across many different industry segments that I got into. And so I think a lot of the stuff that you learn at the MCAA is not just about the courier business, but it's about business in general. So I think I learned an awful lot about how to run a business, how to start a business.
I feel like I have an office in every major city in the United States through my friendships and friends at MCAA.
Advice that I would give to people in the messenger courier business today, my experiences were so varied that there would be no end to the advice that I could give. But I think most of all that I continued my education when I started the business. The most important place that I received education was the Messenger Courier Association. I was at the first meeting, and I've been at I don't know how many, and I can tell you that it has not cost me a dime to be at this organization. Every time I go home, even today when I go home, I will find something that will pay for the trip that I learned at the MCAA. Maybe even the best benefit is the relationships I have developed with people who are members of the MCAA. I have close friends that I met 25 years ago who I visit and who come visit me. The relationships are extremely strong. As I came in here today, I had the opportunity to give a hug to a bunch of guys. And so anyway, it meant a great deal to me, and still does today. And there are people who, the MCAA, which I'll play golf with this year and have dinner with this year, all over the United States. And it's just been a wonderful, wonderful experience.